baby biara ne day so watimi ajebre na ohwe dwumadie yi memo akwaba kase pa TVSYZ election Powerlane dwumadie ana ebraso say ye momoden femra baby biara wajebre na ye ne eni sa dwumadie emfemo midin de enke Obrempong me na medi dwumadie ho chiame be ye be bosome ba komienu ne me sa twini na election Powerlane dwumadie ye hyehye wo fidie mu ha ye yadwene say ye de ma atiefo ne ahwefo nyina ehunu past events elections ayaye eti wo hwa wo dwumadie so ya bomodin ya kire past events bebre 2020 about to course so 20 your friend saying 2016 die bi kura to etimi afem said your mind Ghana ato o maba e dey afa previous years na afi o mind Ghana adwenkyere wa ba ye beto no afi mu nso no ye de nyina e dey asomo e wo sa eye dwumadie so enne ye behwe IGP Dampare police sahene a wo eye o man mu ha wabomodin de nsem bia todwa said ye be ya peace pact yi kro omko san ye nipa anasa bambofo afi abato a ye ba beto no omo wo ho kwan so omutimi hwe so afi eye military penifo no so omo the press release aba beto abonche omo say afi abato no wo anya de omo di soja ni biara mutie me anya de a omo di soja ni biara eba eye police station so omra me ye juma dabi abre a ubehu soja ni oho no na asem kese bi asi a ebru police fo so na police fo na nkasa na afre so omra ejebuso ne ye be modern videos bi a free eye lashibi school bi a wo homu e blocks a Excellency John Dramani Mama esi ni bi soja fo bi a akogu ho niema omo ye e wo ho ye be modern na afa ye di asomo eye dwumari so akra kofida ako Centroni ewo fidie mu eye running mate the man this amanyo ko no Professor Jane na opoko adjuman na pro boy wo man Ghana ha in all the 16 regions odi akire ene wabeka yin sa studio ha oba no wabebo emu nkomo den sem na eye Professor Jane na opoko adjuman wo tu kwan ni nyina na o ka kire o man Ghana na o ka kire om de omonye ni trimu po a o dey tie Excellency John Dramani Mahamechi se nyankopon ya adom na o de 2 minutes show mon sa ene sen ti wo dwumadie so ye de sa eye sensem nyina ebeba be somo menko ba bia ye dane ye ho abasese a ne aba be hye dwumadie so nemu enne ye phones nyina ye phones ready ye ne wo ebedi sa dwumadie ye bibi sa wagenkyere hwan na wo to aba na ma no den na ogina so de ato aba menko ba bia ye dane ye ho aba memo akwaba bio se uguso a wo twa yen kan ho fi sabre yen kopem se eye 12 pm bebo na afa ye ne woni sa dwumadi enfemom akada ba akopɛ adechie se ne ochina memenda on the 7th of December na by this time na Ghana ye guso to aba de timamufo e kire o madwene se de eye afi se wo hwɛ se de timamufo no bebre e kire o madwene se wo mo pɛ ensesaye ochina ba ye beto no sen ne besi fa kɔ afi ahobambo nsem ahobambo ensem ene se wo hwɛ eye de etwagu ofa social media ofa ye TV utie radio so soldiers fo bi mo afi abambo adwumakuo mesrɛ mo sɛ mobomo mode na fe mode nyamesuro aye adwuma niema ekoso no ekame aye sɛ ehu bi eya batememufuo mu efise mo mpanifo de aba betudwa se ni se mo bomodin po se mo beben police centers be bia ye to aba se police form fresh okay ade bi esi wa ha basabasa ye bi koso wa ha abro ya ho odin so ye ntimi enti ye hia military presence and some ye deploy mo de mako the various police centers na mako so oha na no a mamu nko ho mo kwa kwa ye dey ehu ene anopa anopa ya e wola hye ye ni kan ko hwe say aye ready a ye nko hwe mra yi blocks e wola hye bi hwe ene wo hoi soldiers for akwakotena school yi mu de wo mo ye wo ho de ode wo makotena ho bepem ne obi ani ho a wonim na wo rescue mu ho a wo mse da bi ye ntimi ma okwan ma wonko ye ma okwan ma ma inside ye de ahanom ama yen ye de ehwonom ama mo se momfa nye dade soldiers for abatuo yi enye mo madwuma mo mpanifo adi kan de krata aba Uma ba catch o man Ghana for nyina say afie wei abato ye kwakoto no enye soldiers fo adwuma enye omo na wo so mo bo ho ban eye police fo ane ye de omo ko the various polling centers no mabo abato ye kwakoto no ho ban enti sa soldiers fo ya sabre ye di bi ebi ma afa plane akọ north ebi wura takrade ebi wura Cape Coast ebi wo enkranya Lashibini e-blocks ewo Lashibi senior high eno na etwagu ewo ayi TV so awohwe soldiers for ene gina ho no wo mo car number se ye nya mo car number ye nya mo bibia enti security personnel dampare police for mo ko Lashibi the soldiers for no ye ho omo a emo mo tumi so mo fe nko e-blocks His Excellency John Dramani Mahama see here no ebi ehwo no mo na soldiers for gina yi eden no mo ye o school mu ho ye se eno anajo ana mo bo we school rum eden no mo ye ho ebi se mo mpani for se ahomba bo no mo nka ho election wey security na ye hia se omo be gina ho ne ato aba Yakopon ya admo china no soldier for mo nka ho enti kwana mo mashase tutu kwan na nka soldiers for say official assignment mo be fa aircraft mo jeti na nka body akọ wo mo nam airport ana mo fa public jet public flight no mo nam baby a wo mo kọ ne dia wo mo kwakọ ye yenim ube wo na yese yachi obi wa ha wo kutatio yaye wei what you say enti se wo hwe eniema ekoso na se wo titibia eye die mpa na ekoso wo man Ghana mu a abato ya denkyere ukwa watu waba ama party ana nipa biara upesa wonto waba ma no na wakofie eti soldiers for de omo ye asa hunahuna asa hyeso no eno efrihi hwan na ma mo sa tumi no ye nyira ye nim se de woda soldiers for no wo man ayo mampani yenti yanka se sa directives wei ayo mampani ena de ama o mana ayo mampani ana de ama sa eye soldiers for Wabreku soldiers from penny for edit press release and now woman say mabeto abonten say afia abato ebeto woman pese woman benya eye o soldier ni bia wo police station wo yanko homa no so na ene Mr. Richard eye Kumodo or ye security analyst ye ni nkomo emfa soldiers for ya wo makopie eye miamia wo man Ghana ha kada ba kwa ebeto Mr. Kumodo e makwa baba election Powerlane jumadi so.
Thank you. Me as a great consultant. Me as a security analyst.
Okay. Mr. Kumodo, and na anopa yeda sorry ye hu soldiers for ewo Lashibi school mu ha. Wabrekwa soldiers for penny for na nkra beka se afia abato no enya de omo deploy any military personnel e de akọ any polling centers. Nanso ebinim ye nyante omo ko temali other part of Ghana. Denti na ususu se sabre soldiers for yi wo mate omo hagu Ghana mountain so wobrekwa akada ba ko na ye beto aba.
Information I have and say omo bebre omo to pick up mo any somebody car all over the place. Ya nya information from Gay, ya nya information from Adan, information from Kokata. So some places in Greater Accra and in some other places. It's creating fear and panic. The other one is Bema amount for civilians be a bit more aggressive. Now, some communities are very close communities. And see, Ekobani said 2020, your community anya hoshe no. This year, so Jani be pay now and pay year. As me bani say, or the how and I say there will be some counter attacks if any soldier goes out there and do what they are doing. That is one. Number two, Ushenya Esiwo Airport. Muba Betipan caught Tamale and the marching of soldiers and weapons in Zanyaman. Any near say all over the country, there are soldiers moving all over. It could be say it's not for election related activities purposely. It could be say it's for protecting the national sovereignty of this country. But the timing is wrong. The timing has to be explained to the people of Ghana. The timing has to be circumspect. Any omwankasana omoninam kromno. what they are doing and what they are supposed to do. A whole and an issue ni wo. But for me, somebody who has worked with these guys for many years, I mean, I don't get afraid of them or very panicking or something. But what about the civilians? The fear, they say, this year, you can say soldiers are not coming to the police station.
Yes.
My whole normal is to do on social media, say, oh, who any soldier, WhatsApp or call or whatever it is. We have seen the smokes or chanopa between the hours of 6 to 10 or to 9. Electoral Commission, they in the first press conference, you know. We are waiting to see the fire. Say, home fire need there. Then it will confirm, say, they are not out there for election purposes, but they are there for protecting national sovereignty and in the interest of the state.
Okay.
Interest.
Mr. Good, but what you mean, say a year for election purposes, crowd, time, you know, a good at the mass citizens, and at me before a year or China, one more better, but I also say a bony baby.
That is exactly what I said. I said people are afraid. I am not afraid. But these soldiers, whoever is sending them, the timing and where they are going and what they themselves will be doing. But if it's in the interest of the state and if it's for national security interest, then they have to explain. And no, you can't stop them from coming out. Like what happened in airports when those guys were traveling to Tamale and they covered their faces with weapons. Or more than said, you cannot jump into a plane without documentation. Now the assignment has been planned before the particular election. But the timing and the methodology they are using and the dressing and the attire and the movement. The military hierarchy will have to explain to the general public why there are soldiers all over the country. Because elections about the year, national security threat, a critical problem all over Africa. Military takeover, coup d'etat, and many of these things, they spread them out in the interest of the state. But the timing and what they do themselves and what they must not do is a problem. Yanya calls the free again. People are afraid. People are scared. There are other calls from other places that they've seen soldiers. People are afraid. People are scared. So you're saying here, Ebema citizens, you know, they will over-prepare themselves in terms of fire for fire. I know Ebema political party security officers, vigilante groups, you know, super sorry. So the soldiers in town and they want to attack our people, we will also go there for an attack. That is the insecurity aspect now. It is the timing is wrong and the military will have to explain to the general public.
Okay. So the Awokara, ebetima banese ampampa ebia na nye election yiti, ebia other national assignment bina womo tu ho anamo. But me na oka say ama nipa boniyefo bi a womo nye soldiers for kra no, womo so mati omo ho agum. Mebe se obegina so kakra na audio bi a yentie ye fake military personnel bi a ya che no. Ewo atwima yentie mra na mpacho yento ankomo no so
to say picture na masani aba no ni pakro ai osibi mene ne kwacheche o makro owo store baby a turami ma meton wache no onye sojeni onye police ni okasa talks na MPP akotreni omo meshe police uniform ni amo mutuo on the day of election you know. No call grounds, no call commotion, send a bay, I'll meet me we are benim. Picture way. Fast send on paying food in a baby be me who any more grounds, Sancho my house, send him found on your police ni, minimum the power on your police ni, or try so obey ye be a la, moon deal with him, send a picture and a car around. When in a car, sorry, me soften a posting is on your police into your uniform way. NDC in painful no around and trauma. Most spread the picture way around. For new police ni. Oton nsuo keke. Eno small store mo ton bucket ni you eboakwa. Building of free one akwa kintora ono. Omo frɛ no sibe. Oye eboakwa ni. Onye police ni. Oye omo aye training omo a it's a talks na Samia Wuku be you so more yako training ye di two be shisho munsem send a bay on election day no or make wako to say are you as always while gone the Chiman South issue ni be spread the picture no baby you me who ni nimbia no your police ni ojimi a won deal with him
Okay, Mr. Kumodo, until say what's your audio debia? Minim say bia na wo hwe TV no. Ana hu mfoni a yede to so na abrante bia what dress it say police and say soldier ni a just very prepared say what they kwa ko bia na say what they ko baby. Until say enye for election purposes quarantine and military men yi sabi o mati o mo gu abonten a won susu say e kreti akonya bebre ama people like him a wɔn nye police anaa sojafoɔ no wɔn bɛtumi anya akonya ɛde ayɛ bibi bɔne bi a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn nyɛ wɔ bere ko a ɔtena yɛ to abɛyi.
Nye bibi bɔne pɛ se ba nipa na ɔkasa yɛ no minim no nipa na ɔbɔ ne den so minim no nipa na ɔbɔ ne den sɛ ɔmo akɔ akɔyɛ ne NPP guy no ɔno yɛ non-figure and he shouldn't take the police any time to ask anybody to explain what is happening. As a banner said, training, we have heard some of those things, but I deal with realities. And what will happen is that if the military will allow such people to come into their means, it is for the military to explain. Other than that, what I can say with a little bit of caution is that this year elections mistakes near very high. And this year election, why I bet to say, near to I was so West Oregon, police say, police no. It will be some other thing because some other people will also react, and that is what we don't want in this country. Because a bad street fighter, nobody wins and nobody loses. Yeah. And to enjoy as quickly as possible, and let nobody think they are the father of street violence and not say election violence issues or activities. Papa police is here, military hierarchy is here. And some other people are also watching and listening to what I am saying. So we need to calm it down and calm it down seriously. But finally, the American say, your folks need to be brave from the the north, from the eastern region, central, western. Almost every second, their information is coming. Your smoke need to be brave. What will happen tomorrow morning is between 6 in the morning to 9 in the morning. Electoral Commission be in the press conference. After that, say a fire now. Then we will know who is triggering the fire and where it is coming from. Okay. So for me, my argument will be nice. Even for some people, almost themselves about issues like critical observation, security intelligence, and expert surveillance. No, I hold an expertise in it. I have been to certain places and motorbikes were following me, and people were coming to me in some funny manner, and they were asking me funny questions and say all manner of things. We have lived through this for many of the things we do and in the public space. Okay, but that is me. So, that is what it is.
Okay, and again, so share region bit is a voter region, and see, I free on say, what the personals not endorse ye parkra, and to say other places, and you'll be 5 and 6. Voter region, personals in the Dawson, baby, I be generally may ye Juma CA, and crying or see, say, what share ye in Tokyo Mukrana, was a military cassie, a bina maneko, it is saying for election purposes, still, among for Bisa, they in Tina. Aka just a day to elections. Now, for 1 more year, Saturday we will come, Mr. Komodo.
Diana, intelligence, TVS was the attention of more. That was the problem. But I am an unknown person. We are warriors. We are fearless. We are intelligent. We are handsome and beautiful. Our women fight far better than the men. And I don't think this year anybody can step in the voter region and cause a mess. Our goals will need human heads. And so if people are willing to volunteer their heads, then they should go to the voter region and create an mess because people are really frustrated and people are really ready for anything. So I can tell you that on authority and for a fact. Are the people of Adana willing to sacrifice their lives on the altar of preaching? People have to decide. I don't know of some other places, but you can take it elsewhere. But don't bring it to these other places because you are going to receive whatever you came here to do. And once there are no explanation, we will call the police on you. We will call the BNRU. We will call community engagement people who the communities belong to. And we will call everybody we have to call. And if it means that people must go out there and defend themselves at the ballot, that is a language they understood clearly. And so maybe for the protection and the safety of the people, like CVS, you have been attacked severally. Because of any voices you out there and the issues you deal with. So it could be that they are there to protect you. You see them in some other places. It could be that they are there to protect you. But on election day, ignore whoever is in green or whoever is in black or yellow or white. From the line, go and cast your vote. And nobody can stop you from casting your vote. If somebody comes to you with a fish, don't give it to them. If somebody provokes you, don't give it to them. Go and cast your ballot. And when you finish casting your ballot, you can either decide to stay at your police station or you go home and come. And that is the basic principle for every election.
Eti se se Mr. Kumodo na wo ka Ghana fo a ehwew anopa nyina ase Nyankopon ya adem ochena mo bia ye mo nhyehyɛ no na emom onko ne polling center a woto aba na onkokoto aba se de etie na efata boko wo bere kwa suro bia nim.
Definitely. Namina, the issues we are facing tomorrow, we are thinking about it and how Ghana can resolve it. It's not even about presence of police people or soldier or something. What about if there's a voter displacement? Their names are not in the register. And so now you can't say, or be sorry in terms no aba. Because the Okanopa early, now you who dear. The possibility says to meet trouble with the Odino 10 minutes walk, 5 minutes walk. And no, ebuphobia and bar, I'm up for bed through tantrums and great problems. But the one contest now very late, between 3 to 5. We create problem among who and some other people in the polls. Now, some for say, voting early. Now, in the animal distracted polls now. It's very simple. So, we camp ballot box. Papa police bet you. So, you choose one. That police station election, it is cancelled. And they have to start all over again. But no matter what it is, the only advice I'm giving to people of Ghana, wherever they find themselves, is get up in the morning, pick your voter ID card, call your friends, loved ones, and everybody. Go out there and cast your vote. We'll check some of them. Police station registers now. In some places, it's about 1,000 plus, some places 2,000, some places 300, 400, 700. Some of us are in terms of about, it means that by 1 p.m., you could have about 80% or 90% of the people finish voting. And no, it wouldn't create any more problem. But say I'm point and no never create a problem. I mean, there's even a higher problem than military people walking around the whole town. Let people see them to be friendly fires. You can embrace them, you can stop them, agree to them, and tell them they are doing well for watching your community or protecting you. When they do something funny, you have the right to call somebody, the police or anybody at all, take their badge number or their name and send it to some other higher authorities. And I believe the issues will be dealt with.
Okay, Mr. Kumodo, that's a pass. What is Sanche me? Okay, Mr. Richard Kumodo, a security consultant, and ultimately, Eden Chimwa, air crossing in a besom ye. Sorry, sir, a soldiers for, sorry, Ubasha Patem Kakra, Ubos soldiers for be nemu. Ye be waha voter region, other regions, a biako PM, our northern region, a biko western, central, yato to omegum, so IGP, any soldier from penny for in Ashada Mayata says, I fee about your quacotono, and yes, soldiers for any mama about Abano Wabai. It is a who soldier ni biara, so Gina police center bia, fret. Numbers be one to the various media platforms no so no moment fun free or and this a soldier need be about police center unless say a police for no assemblies ya abro ma ho so answer no matimi afre soldiers for eti obi biara abato no Nyankopon yard much na bomode anako kosalai na koto aba said yes na fata esuro bie ni wewom esuro bie ni wa ewase wo ma ne bohu kona koto aba fefefe uwie a ubekọ a kofie na ko rest kakra waba ne waba behwe said bibi biara betimi akọ kama eti yeguso election Powerlane Jumedie ani yeguso ede so mo enche bia na afa akra kofi dako wabomode ne waba be kan ho odi ono na odi Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajeman. Yes, in the campaign, young IGP Dampare, Ninsema, or kind, young camera.
When we assumed office as a team, we decided to find out what has been the issue. That all the time, whenever election is conducted, there are violence, there are tensions to a level that keeps all of us on tenterhooks. So we decided to do a baseline analysis. And upon that analysis, realized that there are a lot of lessons to be learned. And then going forward, that the lessons will be used to inform our strategies towards providing security during elections. The first lessons that we learned was that we have failed to mainstream election security, and therefore election security is always seen, Your Excellencies, as an event inside of a process. And by that action alone, how can you get up in the next day and do something and go to sleep and then come back again wanting to do it? We are always starting afresh as if we have not done it before. So we decided to mainstream election security with the establishment of a permanent department for purposes of managing elections in this country. And by this, I mean all elections, even including school and church elections. So that at the end of the day, election security becomes part of policing and part of security in this country. And this is what we have been able to achieve. In addition to that, realize that there was no blueprint for looking at election security holistically and strategically beyond one election. So we decided also to develop a blueprint that will take care of elections for the next 30 years to come. So as we speak, we have a blueprint in place that will deal with our elections for the next 30 years to come and beyond. And by that action alone, we are demonstrating to the whole Ghanaians and the generality of Africa and the world that we, from the security point of view, have decided by our action, by that document, looking forward for elections in the next 30 years, mainstreaming our democratic dispensation so that there's no turning back in this democratic journey. With that done, let me briefly let you know the things we put in place with all this strategic focus into the elections. First, if you want to see the results that are coming out from this baseline analysis, from this mainstreaming of election security, and from this holistic blueprint towards election in the next 30 years, these are the records. On our watch, we have 3 major by-elections. And we did not pass the verdict. You did. And he said that those by-elections, in terms of its peace, security, and orderliness, it was first of its kind in the history of our democratic dispensation. That is the result of making sure that you re-examine your strategies and change course, because you cannot continue to do the same thing over and over and over again.
And the Inspector General of Police, George Ekufu Dampare, na working in some, was say Abribia Yebe to Aba, said the na security in some year no, because a Sebi, yen said that end to Abana Krabi, ewo my Ghana Mwada. Nenso, idea SCSC, na election no, event, process, Abribia na Ebekoso, no metimia yenti sabre police for ne hwe e de niema pa egugu akwemu a wo mo beto ahye se beye na ebedu bra abribia e ba beto aba no enye safe ne e ba beso ahwe na emom ye nim se sei ana election tie no metimi aboban se beye na obi abetimi afa no hwadi a en for how bia ntimi meto e man Ghana so jebuso IGP George Ekufu Dampare ne nsemo a okeka fa beto a e ba so ochina de ya on the 7th of December na fe wo man Ghana etimi akire omadwene enche bia aye akra kofida ako ebeba be kame ho na fe wabe kire yemu se de niema esifa kofa aye wo bra Professor Jane na no poko agima awoye running mate de ma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Franka 24 de ma NDC amanyoko no wo beba na fe ye ne di nkomo sen ana niema esifa koye wo mu chini na de fa the various regions, the various constituencies, the various towns no money timemufu a na womu hia womu edi nkomo no eden na ye omo haw eden ne omo dadwene eden no omu susu se womu di hwamo womu wobreko abi omu di omu gidie ko ma aban foforo bi na omu anya ma omu ti asabre die womu abenya se anidaso ene ahoto no e wo ye NDC amanyoko mu a womu hwe anim sa fi womu bebo modia no matimi di tumi ahye omo nsa na eniema nyina etimi akoye iti akra kofi beba na fe yetimi ahye sankomodie na se na de etimi koso wo Professor Jane na opoko agyeman ono nso ne campaign na waye obapa a wo boa na ene oboa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no the Women's Development Bank edi aba na fe ema a wo hia sika edi aye wo mu loan adwuma omo hia loan edi aton ma de ema omo hia sika de edi dwuma bebre wo breko a enye sika kese bia na edi atoso de amom ketewa bi na afọ ọmọtimi de adi dwuma na ɛde mfa so de atimi abrɛ ɔmo no saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na yɛba bɛhyɛ nkɔmmɔ no ase na afei yɛatwetwe na biribi biara atimi ayɛ kama akra memo akɔ aba
yɛnua
wabrɛ
oh Debbie Ghana yeah Deborah Ghana
ohun ɔden o
yesu nti
campaign na mokɔɔyɛ mo ne ɛyɛ Professor Jane na opoko agyeman Ghana fa na ha nyinaa mu wura regions na mu wura constituencies na mu wura towns sɛn na temamufu ahodoɔ a babibia a mokɔ nyinaa no afia ba yɛ kwakɔtoɔ no mudu wɔ na mo ka mo nsɛm a sɛn na mo so mu fa
Obrempong me da se na campaign yɛ kɔɛ no ɛnyɛ big rallies anase yɛbɛka ne sɛ nipa akɔbɔ kyenku ɛwɔ hɔ no mu pii ɛyɛ retail based campaign community house to house engagement and Obinfu Jena no Pokwajiman with the help of Alex Egbefia, our campaign chairman, and the other executives are Womoka Hobia Yakoy, Sana Koy. And Nidina even who shall end this as a political party this year, example, no elections are where no, and yet rally a community based. And Yensha Nipa Beno, Nipa Basa, Ewo Biana, Biase. And I say young 2 kasa won fi na ye ni won enko twetwen ko marketplace sa ene koy so message a Obinfu Jena no Pokwajiman e de koy one was on emia se emia banya fa hodi se emia betumi enya enidaso se emia betumi digwa se emia betumi ato anamon a enko ba se merima ene ye bebua won so women empowerment se ye be hye emia den ye be hye okutupa so ankasa betimi aye bribia enko ba se merima ne ebeka che se koye we
abribia se e ma dan mema se ne bi o betimi aye bibi but Professor Jane no Pokwajiman se obomoden no wa ba be se maden wo madwumam wo musika sem se ne enko ye se wo nya be makro ntimi ntina okay
etisa na ekoye then enum no e no kirekire mu di kire won se ubehwe afi biara ana every 4 years yeto abawia ubehwe omampanyin ene na abedi kire no wo ye merima. This time around, no, what say? I was say a me answer so no. Womunya obia eba no say ye besi jinai. Ewo mema. Wobenya obia obetunya kasa.
Obetunya ti e maase.
Good. Obeka me answer
no.
Good. And not just oba keke. Or your Professor 1. Or say obia tang 2. Or you be a onim senia ye krakra mufra. Ye hwe emia ana ye hwe mufra ye. Enti oyobia otimi ase. Don't forget say angsa na riba beye Obinfo ewo yam public university mono na we di kan akokyera de wa adesua dem ewo classroom so onim se ne ye ne mofra na se ye ne nipa enya nkita hodi enti wo pese afi we no se eba ne the presidency na emia no so no wo munye obi a obeka won asem ai den ama won enko ba se merima ne ye bekwa kogina baabi ene ye bebo chenku na se beka won ansem ede ama won no this time around no se John Dramani Mahama say okay merima no yama wo hamu nchichemeduasa ene Obinfu Jena no Pokwajiman so beka se ene minsu mi wa minsu emia no yama wo hamu nchichemeduasa eti na akoye pepepe enko ba se dabi emerima befa hamu nchichemeduonum na emia kofa aduanan no enti ni campaign no nsem ode koye ni na onim se emia ni meba titiriw won ageni nsem na tum this is because ye call the Obrempong e won finfi mantem mankasa me ni meba makomako besia sex atwetwe nkomo one catch me say the fact that Oyo Bia now Oracle the high decision making body and I say table or the
second highest office
inti wabeto abano edi amano 2 also or the Emia Bank National Women Development Bank no yes. Also no best spearhead and this bank no yes merima na yebekwa koye adwuma ho no Emia no so ho Emia no from manager to security to near obeprapra ho na se ne can say utility managers ne ade nyina no ebeya mi ankuto oberima bi ankodi bibia wo
bank wo no
entuhwe mfoni atwa wo eyase a we enkraza ni o
okay
enkraza
ni
nti hwe bia wo mo wo nze nuase ewo bono nkokwa nuase no wo hia so ho nti enye rally wo hia wo ewo nuase ewo ba bia o hwe se obetimi ene wo di nyankita hodi eno hia won so enti nsem bi se o ka kire won no ena mia no won agya to ntuhwe nipa dodo wati ho ya merima wom no wom nu nipa du odi hwehwe mfoni no
mehu
so
mehu pa
it is ansem yi ekura no no wa chire mu edema and the fact is say ubeka ya in 2016 and then 2020 no waka chire Ghana miase wo hwe sa pad nsensem yi ha wadwene ye pa say wodi be chichechire mofra na NPP fo samia wuku no mu ekrem say NDC food is policy ni ba ya de say wodi be kwakoye niam bia me pese meka wakase free so ntino sadi no eda obenfu jena na opokwa agima na akoma so ye papa say obehwe sa policy na wodi free sanitary pad be mamia wo schools enya schools keke ni nyina no obehwe say mo okay and again no sa niam na okeka ye be hye mia den ni niam nyina no eka ho binti emia no won agye ni nsem no atum
okay sir we wonwa women's development bank a wode ba be so masene wo madwuma ni niam a omoye we eno erisi nchen a eden nsem ni bi na eman so na omo hia no wo de tu na nim ana eka kire ne sese nkoba na otu eno so ho na mo manka be mo de ba
ma memfa wonko eye fragmentum emo obinfu jana na poko agiman ko hia emie yi ena obia baako le den ede Davi etonam okay eka kire obinfu jana na poko agiman se aba no won mia no obeto ama no ade biako a hia won titiriw eni se emia ena wo mu ye business wo mu se market ena ye won eye offices
yes
enti wo mu hwe anim se various markets across the country not just big ones say bia market kasi bia na say go bia so te say kejeti ada bi e bia important bi wo mu ye petty trading ade wo hono mu oba onhwe se ne won aye big ones no sempo want me nya ne sa no a wo ma won facelifts bi e bia nsuto a wo mu ntimi gwanko fie sanse nsu atonti
na wi agbo enhye won
sa won sisi ho kakra mfa ma won and you know NDC as a political party
oh yeah
eyi ye niam bia wota ye na ye kokuma won mika kokuma na za de bia keke because the biggest market in the whole of West Africa ewo Ghana na Ghana memo anso ina no see His Excellency John Dramani Mahama any NDC and this time around obia otechiri say oye Frankatuni abedi echiri na eventually nyankropon ya domo chena na ade chi nkwasi dape obeba be yo mampanin abedi echiri na you can obetimi agye de say yes obetimi ayesa na emayi eti sansemi ene niam nketingiti bi na mia no aka say sa na emayi sunti ena wo behwe no beto en emia no wo mu kasa asemi kire obenfu jena na pokwadima mamika asemi kire o menua ye ko Krachi East ohini owo ho e friend Nana Kwasi ata out of ebien onumpo di ose ono onye obia oyoberima mmom bribia besenkoi na NDC funi abem odi nsem bi to obenfu anim se won market e wo ho e wo Krachi East about on pesha no so no gwa ninye mpo wo mu opposition a woman and then a mother like Professor Jena no Pokwajiman. It to one among even in opposition. Masam market no ho no wabemo facelifts. Enti san semi ene ne may be a one catcher no catcher say san ne may young if you are simple every year did out. I opposition. Enti ye ba bemu dia ye betu one among edi among enti san semi a waka ene afufuro bia kekeka ho and if a woman so o chem so hwe sa woman yi traffic light a wom amofra sabia ye no Erica say no ongetimi asevum enuan a ne bre atwam expired food ye de amamofra yi no obifu jena na pokwa agima kasete ba say NDC time she as education minister young anti asem she as education minister no lead NAC e-blocks ahoro she as education minister young anti say yan humesua no nema ankoye enti obo no umode ye pa enti sa nema we so e no obegina na afi we emia no betie ene mebu afi no worry ba no wo betie na wonga to aba no e dey His Excellency John Dramani Ma and then the NDC
amanyo ko no region ba kwa me pese ye hwe eye Ashanti region se nya ka Ashanti region obi anim se ho ye MPP amanyo ko no omo stronghold afi we campaign because me nim se mo kwa Ashanti region so mo fa mu wo ho mudu Ashanti region e ma temamufu a na wa Ashanti region se na etie wo ho
Obrempong yakwa santimantem yakọ mention himfi emi a wodi yen echi koyi pepa chaw na wonye NDC fo pepa chaw na wonim po so binfu jena no pokwa jema enam kwanso riba eye mention himfi ho no
enti emi aben ne di machi ko
eye santimantem mia anya NDC fo and me as a century ya me nwe ye papa se bra yeribo ewura eye otumfo se tutu esantimegura nankasa na himfi hono na mia no struggle for NDC shirt just because Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman bepu mu ho ewo menhia ehonum so follow under menhia south ehonum na NPP running mate free Matthew Opoku Prempeh ehono free and yekogura ahimfi ho nankasa no emia nankasa bai wankasa bai bro tu fankasa mbore kasa no na eka kuma bi anka ni sampo nke ya nti
ususu se den na asesa den na adane den na NDC amanyoko na aye ewa asantime mu a ama afia ba ye kwakoto no wo mo ho aye akono wa asantime mu a ma se de oka mo nya MPP for nenso omo hu ye no na adom kon so mo be di Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman
na edikan gwakesi a wo ebebrema to mantem ha no eye kejeta market enu ye ade baako na eto so ebien second phase of that same facility no MPP fo ahye wonbo bepem le wonsi man woye even phase 1 po nansen oja koto na afan baabi bepem ne wonfa blog ba akokura mbu koto hoye na eto so ebien ukokumasi ankasa interchanges ahoro ni akwan a NPP fo se wo be ya ma won bepem na ukodru ho no ma ehoro mu nyina ye sakasaka contractor ni bia ni kwan ne so but you see NDC and then Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman esantimanta mufo ehuni se womu hye wonbo a obedi so enti gwana wongasi ama wonbo nukra mbo anya bo hye wo so wonete wo ya na se John Dramani Mahama ne NDC fo sisa gwa no enti saa niam we so a obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman aka kire wo mti saa niam a abanye ote ade so yi mfisha wo twentemu ni stronghold ni World Bank o so wo be ya mamo so wontimi anye no NDC fo ba wo be ya mawo and won jenidi esan se won adika aka bi na won aye enti den ne dia dance se won ba won erentumi nyama won wo be ya ma won enti saa niam esu na agwadifo mi anase mi a wo esantimantem in general won ahuni se you saa nse mi obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman akai no obetimi aye ma won anajofa bra ba obese no nkron yekupu mu okumase wo se wo fra wo se dakwa dwam Obrempong mi se mankasa me gina ho na abu anajofa bese no nkron dere kobo anajofa no ntu na mia ise yanko jesa obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman be kan nsempa ne kire yen ena wo mu nyina wanka se you won ati nsem no and obia hima ba ko wo honom o se ono we hu ne se obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman ni campaign ore ye no onko gina ba bia koka se wie na NDC as a political party wo beba abeka se oye pamocho mo mfa nche yen ayi prof ni nsem awaka no anka ne ye enti mo mfa nche no emia ne se won ante ne sa so oyobia oka no kware one ni se mo kan nso so okawia na se I say you know obi me pacha wo ho enti no kware trodo en waka no enti these are name bia one aye comparison one aye addition subtraction and multiplication en amma won enyina so bi se obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman odi o mampaninga bedi ekire di bia no di hye ne nsem a obetimi etu wana mo magana mea in general no enema akoso ye dia ma
proba odi ekire ma obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman ebo ni nyina na wetimi aka se asisu pray se afi Ghana fo enye saa gidie ene ahotoso no ewo NDC amanyokom na parampara ombeto maba e dia ma NDC amanyoko no
Obrempong ena no me bae no me bekan me say bibia betumi asisa but me gina me nanku se ohamu nchiche me aduanan abato ni nyina eba na awie na NPP fo one flag bearer Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ohamu nchiche aduanan onya bia me ebe me nwonwa esan se emfifi mantem yanga ko mpremako anan 4 times and the last place I ekoi obinfu Jenana Opoku-Agyeman me wrapping up nangasa nikrom hon nkitachi ene ekoi me say dom a wo bai a wo betie ni nsempa no me bibie dia dance say esantimantemofo they will never anase central region and Ghana as a whole no omo disappointed Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman and then the NDC
Accra medase what they say me ababedum here it's Accra Kofi Dako Centroni wo SYZ broadcasting ha wono no di Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman ni campaign okọ ni nyine sabe ye bekwa ahoma no so ye ne Mr David Ayali aka Agor ono no ye constituency chairman ewo nsawam ado agiri e ma NDC amanyoko no Mr. Ayali ye mo akwa baba election Powerlane Jumadie so
yeah hello good afternoon abomoye
boko bibia boko
Oh, and your book, I saw my situation.
And then there was one, some yet ballot stuffing, yet to say, a year electoral materials, no. Adichia yeba tuaba, and then there was of a ballot stuffing in electoral materials, and the tuaba, and one some madroji.
You mean I'm a dancer, I'm queen out there, mammy. I'm sending you out in Ra. I'm saying Eastern region, the Western region, almost empire with a ballot, you know. They're about to honor Echo Thursday. And now the AC war is how much Regina any effect. As part of the electoral process, you know, with the observer, mostly you go to the center, no way you. As a MP, mayor, PC, mayor, whoever. But the FCC and it's police station, you know, back one side, back the other side. MC in another MP. Over the Makuma be 50, the Kokai say that is not the rightful position as someone said that. Man, as a constituency chairman, so no, Mr. Mama more kind other executive, the security, the amount of kind lawyer assigned to us, the amount of kind did. I could be a Rihanna, yes, to me, and ya, our way, no, police commander, electoral commission. We knew they're not no more yet. To be on penny in few or yes, we are my NPC ever to movie. Now, and then the issue town is the price soldier for armed military men are multiplicating for they are moving from branch to branch. So Victor, like NPC strongholds, another Omunka demo. Macomb police commander, any security task force, they seem not to get the reason why the people are in town. A really 2 o'clock in Salma NDC, yeah, issue press conference, to let everybody know what is happening in Salma.
Now, Mashabegani, I want some address, a ma MBB Amanyoko, another prayer. Yati, say what Jessica, 15 I special vote to you, so what would be the sense of me? So, what to be an
in fact, and now I will be trouble. Kemi Kramo or Bagim, almost said the normal sending momo. Almost said the normal sending momo. The lawyer assigned to us, Honorable Zita, Honorable HB, and a video she was on my breast, and not on prayer, to buy our woman, only so well lose lesson, and we job as so intimidating for no we didn't at Waba. They are Magan and Nature. Now we want to send this warning to whoever, and not on prayer in particular. So tell me, to fix all your Bama here. 10 years in a coma, I think you go for them the years who coma. They are never coma. Now, this time around, we are leaving no stone on 10. They are preparing the
okay, Chairman, the ACC are fee, previous election, and answer 2020, Sana na etie, ewo and Sanwem, and answer a fee the end there, and Yamano Yaya.
In fact, this year, no, and why you see, when you say, well, lose where yeah, started who the researcher, one not say any researcher who said where we now the boys in the summer down man say they are succeeding out with them with this special registration. The better villages, you know, and this is what they have started there. On my trip, they are for the good command. They are moving from electoral area to electoral areas. They don't make sure among folks
Soldier for any IGP down Paris in Ade and send the other to gas. I feel about a quarter soldier for and count a police for you. Today, soldier for Ababegum, Mafra police for once our maboma mania. Say soldier for Ababegum, Namuni,
the police commander is a Siana maybe. And you don't go and make a meet election task force. The election task force, you know, the police commander, the chair of it. My prison director, my fire director, my education director, my and they all seem not to know what they are telling me. Then for the reason for them, I'm going to tell who but let's see, as I go back, or police commander catch them and say, why army officers in the normal? Now, can make it normal, and say, who may you have?
Sorry, soldiers for Egusu, Makwako, commander, police benefit, said the Okano, one who election benefit, one more share bambonosono. Say, copy Ochina, na soldiers free egusu wo kronum na so mo nkoya as chairman awo eye nsawom ado agiri de ma ndc amanyoko no dey anamo na abetu bio.
Look, you see, there's another that will say violence begets violence. In some agree a peaceful area. The first thing is they should be advised. MC in a lead on convoy to the phone. MC in the lead room. They should be advised at this time. It's a very best to the phone. And just tomorrow they try something, it will not be a good place for us all.
Okay, German. You know, the best thing.
My worry is, naturally, almost right here. Just on the PSC, say, to the full chromo, or back to them. That is the reason why we are organizing a press conference at 2 p.m. today.
Okay.
To let the whole world know. Say, the issue was addressing it.
Okay, Chairman, you better more press conference no so ti de be koso bia no ye de beto mfrem na fe Ghana so one baby bia otimi ehu Chairman ye da say anopa woje yeso na edi nkomo we. Okay, ntia Mr. David Ayali chairman edema NDC amanyoko no ewo nsawam ado agiri constituency ehonum anowo na sabre subin NDC supporters they won against last minute bribe to vote. Last minute bribe. Subi, say bite na ready. I am calling you. Woman say more makano.
Woman baba be peja. Ebe nusu. Hey, member need. Woman baba be fa box no way. Yempesua so. Mesu mi was subi ha. Etu mesu me ma kwansa. Etu wa. Wo baba be fa box no was subi ha no. Enya ade a ebe ye adwuma. Bosum na eni wonni. Woni wudi na sa wu a me kra me krama kwakwa me de kwama me bosum. Ena ofie nso ye beto punu wo ofie. Menya de krama no kwa ye beto punu wo ofie. Etu wa wonnim me eto aba ne free and fair. Me de aba ko wo de aba ko. Put me de obi a wonya mi yise NDC fo ewom. Ye de ani mo mo na dini aye. Na afiwe no. Fati ina me da men kobo obi chamo wan yo wa wuti san yo NDC ni bia obekwa kwaje bribe ana wuti oho na se uba no obi ma wusuo mpo na woje nom anu be so nsuo ya no wo bika bosum ni wo bika en se si amada ne mo ho se NDC no mo ya NDC fo sa na mo nya NDC fo et party ne ma mo kwan sa bi dafo na mo dada nkrofo na mo sori ya no makoji politics bibia de baba bia no ma adi edi ya na e wo fom no munnim obi a and now wo region no to no on ka cha ne nkrofo no abo baba enti no ye twa wono chairman no o hwe ni ye na afiwe de ye ma kwai kra mo obi magiska no abesesa ye niam bia wo subi ha ya makwai kura subi ya manfro na ete asantefo dodo asa na etu subi asantefo dodo aba na etu ya na manfrofo na etu subi e de na dabia subi ya se NDC enwini sitwa na momo makwaje sika na mo sesa niama ya makwai se bi na adia ma sesi asante ready ye betu aba ye ba betu e enya ntokwa ye obi akokire na adwe enso sesi ade ye ko wo man mu no ano ode enkanka ye menkrofo mimi NDC
enti subin temanfo e wo subin ana omoka no o si nipa bi e de omo fra so omo ye NDC fo enso omo nya NDC fo omo koji ska na omo di NDC amanyoko party ne bone afie wei obosum kokroko a wo kromu ode sankrofo ni nyina hyanensa one can asem FM on. Enti sabe yabusia aha na bre ebetimi amakwai na ede ene dwumadie no election Powerlane no so aba na we nyame yad mo kena Ghana ye to aba presidential parliamentary bo modern ko okwa woje presidential wa hwese the stamp aba akiri a na hwehwe ba bia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba bia kinye ne da na fe box edition no bo modern afa kokromuti first so na afei yɛn bɔkɔɔ obi biara yɛn fa asomdwe nto sogyani bi a waba okuro mensuro no baabi biara wɔ pie na kɔto aba mbɔ obi a wɔnka obi a baabi biara wɔ mfasuro bi a nwɔ mu pie kɔto aba fama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛne ɛyɛ NDC parliamentary candidate biara midi deɛ nka Obrempong me na midi dwuma deɛ ho kyia me nyankopɔn yɛ adom ɔkyena the election powerhouse as was broadcasted yɛde ɛyɛ abatoɔ yi ho sunsuansoɔ pɔmpɔnsoɔ nyinaa bɛba abɛsom mɛnkɔ baabi a ma radio station ɛnda power radio SYZ na afei TV station no ɛnda ɛyɛ TV SYZ makramo